really excited to get the chance to talk to you about the show. I just finished watching the first season last night, and I have so many questions, none of which I can actually talk about because they are spoilers.
Spoiler, yeah.
But I would love to go back with you and ask about kind of your history with this show. How familiar were you with the franchise before you signed on?
So I only knew the movies, so I didn't even realize that it was based on video games. So I didn't even know that the movies were based on the video games. So when it first came to me, that was the movies were the only thing that were in my head. I had the good fortune of being able to read the first 7 episodes. They were written already before I even met on the project. So what drew me to the show was the character and the story and how well it was written.
So basically, and I'm curious about how you were cast, they approached you specifically in mind for this role, and then you kind of got a chance to see what their plans were before even saying yes.
No. So I'm still kind of amazed that my agent actually had the first seven episodes already in retrospect. They did not approach me for the role. I read them. I was like, I want to do this. Then we called Netflix, like, well, we're seeing a lot of people. My manager's like, well, he had an audition for a season in 20 years. He's not going to do that. So he called the showrunner. Showrunner was like, Lance Reddick, great idea. Let me talk to the other producers. Lance Reddick, great idea. So then I ended up meeting with the producers and the other producers and the showrunner. And that's how I got the job.
I was pleasantly surprised by how much stunt action you get to perform in this show. Some really badass stuff. So what was that like to train for? How did that feel to kind of play out on the actual day of filming?
Well, I try to keep in shape. And because I kind of knew where the story was going, I was working out almost every day, for the first 4 months before we even got to shooting that stuff. And then I had I didn't have a lot, but I had some stunt we choreographed everything. I had a couple of days of choreography before we actually shot. There's a big scene at the restaurant, and then there are 2 other stunt things, one of which I can't really get into because it's spoiler territory. Yeah, it was just about kind of staying loose and staying in shape.
Well, without going into too much spoiler territory, Wesker is a character who presents initially as one very specific type of man, but then we start to see many different, I would say, facets to his character as the show goes on. What did you enjoy most about getting to play all those different sides of him?
It sounds like the most pedestrian thing. What I enjoyed most about playing all those different sides of him was getting to play all those different sides of him. As an actor, you always want to do something different, and that was one of the reasons why I was so drawn to this, is because I was like, well, I haven't played a guy like this before, and I really want to do that. But you're always looking to play something different and unique. So having a character that has so many different facets, it's almost like getting a bunch of different jobs in one job.
Well, personally, I was really excited to get to see you express so many different sides of this character. I think fans are going to be surprised to see all the different layers to Albert Wesker, as well as the relationship with his daughters, which I think is really something that just is the heart of the show.
I agree.
But thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me about this show. It's a blast, and I'm really excited for everyone else to get to see it.
Thank you.